Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mammolin Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. This is a collective love reading for any sign. If you have found this message, and any sign that you may be thinking of, you can use to confirm a message. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to anybody. Welcome back to everybody, and then welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here. I'm so grateful. Spirit, I ask that you share with me some loving messages today. What is it that you need us to hear? What is it that you need us to know? I am listening for you now. I have to dance with joy, the number 18. I love the movement. I love the arms. I like that she's kind of dancing by herself. Okay. I think some of us do that, but you can see she's out in the wilderness. She's dancing with all these foxes. I don't know, just kind of circling around her. I do feel like she's a part of something, but she's also alone. So I do feel like she's okay with that. It's kind of one, I don't care who's watching me. I don't care. I'm going to dance because I want to dance. It makes me feel good. It's like the person who sings in the shower. The number 16, time to restore, time to rest. You can see this dragon just taking a big old nap, and rest is important. You know, we all try to get so much done in our day. We all try to, they're saying, oh, we're overcharged, we overdo. So many of us have too much on our plate. We're all trying to, you know, multitask. And do we really take time for ourselves? I mean, that's such a big question. The garden of the night, the number 20. Now this looks like peace and serenity. These irises are jumping out at me. Look for some purple irises, but it is a feeling of, I'm just going to try to find some more serenity, you know, this kind of garden of love, this garden of peace. I want more joy. And maybe the way to do that is that you have to restore, you have to rest. You know, sometimes we just try to do too much. And what happens is we just get burnt out, you know. So if you're feeling burnt out, maybe it's a time to take a break. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? I have graceful dance. You get along well together, devoted to a long-term being, arrogant or vain, peace, lasting, and a show-off. I'm going to go with this here, devoted to the long term. Also the feeling of the swan. So here's this kind of soulmate that is saying, you know, I'm devoted to long term. And that's what we want. We don't want these temporary connections that just come in and mess with our mind and our heart and, you know, these fleeting moments. But we want somebody we get along together. We want it to last. We definitely want that. I have close ties, bond together karmically. The whole package. I love that. So you could be the whole package to them. They could be the whole package to you. That is they check all the boxes. You check all the boxes. I'm not a big check the boxes person because I feel like you've got to give everybody a fair chance, and you might not even realize that their best qualities aren't even on your list. So, but I definitely feel the karmic bond, okay, bound together. I like that. This feeling of spirit brought us together, or we can't deny that this is a spiritual bond. Okay, beautiful. And I have the great outdoors, outings and activities, having a changing nature. All right, so fun and active. It looks like a circus tent. It looks like I'm entering a circus tent. It could be a little bit of a, what am I getting into? You know, not my circus, not my monkeys. So there's a little part of me with these red curtains that's saying, hey, you know, be careful of the tents that you're entering, whether it's people's homes, people's thoughts, people's hearts. A little bit of a circus, you know, that I want to be careful that of where I'm entering. So that is a little bit of a red flag for me. The short affair, it's just for fun, you know, let's just have a good time and see where it goes energy. So that's a little bit of a, you know, be careful that you're not putting yourself in a situation that isn't going to go anywhere. I think that that's something that we always should be thinking about. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you need me to know today? I have a 7 of Cups. I have a King of Wands. I have a 5 of Pentacles. And I have a Moon. This is coming into me as somebody who might not be where they want to be. They could be repairing their life, working on a new job, working 2 jobs, Spirit just said. That, you know, they're piecing it together, so to speak, that, you know, if they weren't working that second job, they would be having a really hard time. But the second job gives them either the extras or some breathing room or something like that. This is a feeling of, you know, are you going to be attracted to me because I have to work so hard, or that, you know, I've got to keep going. You know, of course you are. You're going to respect them. You're going to say, wow, I'd rather be with somebody who works hard and make sure that they take care of all their business and pay all their bills. And if they need extra money, they're willing to even have a second job if they had to. I do feel like this person has been searching. There's a sense of, I've been searching for somebody like you. I talk to different people. I meet different people, but nobody has really struck me yet. And then that King of Wands comes in, and I feel like something is opening up inside of them, and you could be standing out. There's a sense of you stood out in the, you know, this crowd of people that they've been talking to, or people that they have been even dating. So there's always that one that stands out, and that's the one that people want to go for. You know, that's the one that's, they say, hey, I want to go. Now, this could be a time element also, that they've got limited time. They're busy. They've got, you know, a busy book schedule because they have to. They're saying you're very understanding and you're willing to work around that because this person is genuine and is least honest with how hard they have it right now. I have a High Priestess. I like that. I have a Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's this kind of, I'm not giving up on myself energy. I'm, you know, just busy working and getting ahead. I have a 3 of Swords, probably after a divorce, probably after an ending that, you know, they've had to get back out there and kind of rebuild their life, or, you know, pay off some debt. I have a 10 of Pentacles, so they're well on their way to being in a better place financially. They definitely have potential, Spirit just said, but it was a setback. The High Priestess is coming into me as, I do trust this person for some reason. There's a feeling of moving forward slowly. I like the kind of yin and the yang energy in the background also. But I like the fact that deep down inside, I feel like I'm making a good choice. I feel that this person is being honest with me. I feel like this person does have a lot to offer in the big picture of things, that, you know, there's going to be a day that, yeah, they're back on their feet, or their finances have improved, you know, because they're willing to work hard. It's the person who sits back and plays the victim role and says, you know, I got screwed in my divorce and I don't have anything. No, it was a 50-50 split. It's that you've got to learn to take care of yourself now, and you've got to support a household on your own, and it's harder. So, but you don't want that victim mentality. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to hear? I have a 6 of Cups. I love this. It's such a pretty card. It feels so serene to me. It feels like this is what I've been waiting for. There's almost the sense of serenity around it, that it's very peaceful. It's very balanced. It just feels right. Spirit said, okay. I have a Wheel of Fortune. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have an 8 of Swords. So I want to let this person in. I want to make sure I'm not walking into that circus tent. So maybe I am asking lots of questions. Maybe I'm just making sure that they want the same thing. I have a 10 of Cups at the bottom of my deck, and I have a World. I would say move forward. I really would. When this person, or if this person's coming or has, I think that you may be looking at them, they don't have enough time for a relationship, or they are too busy. I feel like they would make time, and the time that you would have, I do feel like would be quality time together. And they're not going to have to juggle the way that they're juggling right now for the rest of their life. There's going to be a day where you have more serenity, that you are more content with this person, that you have figured out a way to be together. So sometimes we just meet somebody when they're at a point in their life where they're just working extra hard to get ahead. I think that happens to a lot of us, that, you know, they get hit with something and they've got to kind of figure it out. They've got to, you know, put out some fires. But right now, I do feel like it's a new beginning. It's beautiful serenity energy here. So the peace is there. A crown of thorns. I sacrificed. I put everybody else first. Okay, so are they struggling still with resentments? You know, that would be a victim mentality, a resentment that, you know, I don't have anything, they got everything in the divorce, you know, separation, something like that. So be careful with that, you know, because that person isn't quite ready to be in a relationship if there's that much resentment. I have sexual fulfillment, intimacy, okay, contentment, pleasure, spending some time together. Okay, so physically we could be very compatible. We could really enjoy each other physically. That's nice. I have a corset. Okay, I feel like I'm being held together. I've always been a people pleaser. I've always tried to do the right things. Maybe I just want to let loose. Maybe I want to unbutton that corset and let loose and, you know, take care of myself for the first time. I have the universe. If this is what the universe wants, you know that you'll be together. If this was brought together for a enduring love, an eternal love, this is an awakening of love, then you know that you'll be together. And I don't think that anything could keep you apart. So I do feel like you stood out, and I do feel like this person, no matter how busy they are, I do feel like they want to spend some time with you. I have an optical illusion. Okay, be careful of tricks, hocus pocus, projections. Okay, you want to make sure that this person is being honest with you right from the beginning. You want to make sure that this person isn't holding back what's really going on. You know, so that's important. Make sure you know what you're getting into. I have within a few months, the situation or event has potential to develop and unfold within the few months. The number 5, so May, maybe starting in May, this is unfolding now. This is coming into your energy now. I'm going to say a little bit of you're getting smarter, you're wiser, you are, not that you have to take it slow, but you are just kind of making sure that you're not getting into something that you don't want to be in. I think it's something like that. I have childhood. There's a sense of playfulness, our inner child, revisiting the past, loving life, okay, a new beginning, very lighthearted, and even our inner child finding each other, and this feeling of, will you be my friend? You know, I want to play. And it's okay in the beginning, you know, play. Just make sure that this person is the person that you want to be with. Bottom of the deck, I have a phoenix, beautiful. You inspire me. You're resurrecting my soul. Okay. The end is just the beginning. So you're rising above. You're rising above something that maybe brought you down. And this person is lifting you up. No matter how much time you're spending with them, I feel like it's still lifting you up. Maybe it's not ideal. Maybe you're not seeing them as much as you would like, but it's they still lift you up when you are with them, is how I feel. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for this connection? I have the Sun. It's a new beginning. I love this. So my 10 of Cups, my Sun, you know, at the end of the day, that's really what we're looking for. I like the swans in the corner, the soulmate connection. Sometimes it starts out where we both just remember you don't know each other and you come into a relationship with a history. You come in with, some of you have children, you have jobs, you have homes, you have bills, you have debt, you have sick parents. We have things in our lives when we meet people. So it's not always this like perfect, clean slate when we meet somebody. So I feel like Spirit's saying, be patient with this particular person, because whatever they're going through right now isn't how it's always going to be. And I do feel like they're going to bring you to this happiness and this contentment with this person. It's just a matter of time, they're saying. I have the 7 of Pentacles. We have to build. We're going to have to build something together, and we're going to have to put that effort in to be together. I have a 2 of Pentacles. It's a choice, and then there's almost a feeling of helping each other with that 2 of Pentacles, that we go back and forth and we're able to help each other in some way. So it doesn't mean you're paying their bills or they're paying your bills. It means that we're there to support each other, and it's mutual in some sense. So that feels good. And I have a Page of Wands. You're the first person in a long time. I do feel like, yeah, there's a lot of choices out there, but you're the one who stood out. I have a Knight of Wands. I can't begin to tell you how attracted I am to you or how interested I am in you. So gorgeous. And I have a Tower. So it is, and the Fool is at the bottom of my deck. So it's exactly what I am feeling. This person has gone through something. They are picking up the pieces in some way, and they're trying to move on with their life. And like I said, they probably have dated other people. They probably have had, you know, short-term relationships with other people, but nothing that stood out, nothing that was that they really wanted to, you know, take it to the next level or really be with that person. But this feeling of, I want to get this going, I really do. Let's see what the love messages are today. How beautiful. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. What is it that you need me to know? Time hasn't changed my feelings for you. Okay, so that felt almost like a soul connection. Like I recognize you from a past life. So could be that. I often wonder to myself if it's too late. It's never too late to fall in love. Okay. And I think that that's something we all have to remember, no matter how old we are or where we are in our life. You know, you can always meet your person. If you haven't met your person for years and you just think nobody's ever going to be there, that's not necessarily the truth. It's what Spirit has for you. Even though we are apart, our souls are connected. I definitely feel a soul connection coming in. And I wish I could go back in time. A little bit of I wonder if it's too late. I wish I had met you when I was younger. So I wish I had met you sooner. But you can't regret your past. You have to just be grateful that you're meeting them now. Spirit, please share with me. And yeah, we are soulmates. I have no doubt in my mind Spirit's putting a soulmate in front of you. So this is a beautiful reading. We're going to put this out to the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words and your comments. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please check out my website at kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame Soulmate channel for additional readings, and I'll put those links in the description below.